Hello and welcome to Devotion to Writing, a channel devoted to helping you cultivate a daily writing practice and awaken creatively through the act of writing. In today's video, I just wanted to give you 6 tips on how to become immersed in your writing. That is, how to really just sit and surrender yourself to your writing process on a daily basis. And so here are those 6 tips. And then at the end, I'm also going to give you a writing prompt for today. So stay tuned for that. Watch all the way through. So 6 tips for immersing in your writing. 1. Choose a time to write every day. If it's helpful if it's the same time every day. And let nothing disturb you from that time. Let nothing take you out of that time. Make this time sacred and defend it. Whether it's 15 minutes or an hour that you're devoting yourself to the writing, just make it something that you really carve out in your day, and you don't let anything else impinge upon that, and you don't allow any appointments during that 15 minutes. You don't take any phone calls. You don't check your social media at this time. You're also going to, I think, have to defend this time against your own bad habits. And I mean, when you start to feel bored during this time, if you start to feel tired or impatient, you're going to remind yourself to stay in this space of writing and just sit here. You can do anything for 15 minutes. So just remind yourself, if you're feeling restless, just say, this is a finite amount of time. I have 15 minutes. I'm going to focus. And then refrain again from checking emails, answering your phone, replying to texts, getting on social media, news feed, etc. You have to consecrate your writing time by honoring it. And so I think you can do this for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you decide is the right amount of time for you. But doing this every day, doing this daily, is going to make it easier for you to immerse in your writing the next day and the day after. You're building your practice. You're building really this muscle, your ability to sit and focus and drop in to this writing creative space. 2, allow yourself time to warm up and to settle in. You wouldn't perform any activity, any other, say, activity like running or any other sport or playing an instrument even, without first warming up, stretching, coming into tune. So honor the activity of writing in the same manner. The first 10 minutes that you're staring at the blank page, it might feel like an eternity, and it might feel, quite honestly, intolerable. But it might be natural too it is natural to give yourself, we need time to settle in, to loosen up. So if no ideas come immediately, don't assume that you can't write, that you're not a writer. Simply remain. Stay present. Remain silent. Have that pen in hand, that notebook open, or that new blank document open on your computer, and just be with this, ready for what is going to come. Stephen King, in a talk I recently watched of about his own writing process, he talks about this. He says sometimes 10 minutes, often 10 minutes when he starts to write, there's nothing happening for him. And then gradually, a little whisper, a little song, an idea. He remembers something and he starts to write. And then he says he falls into this machinery of writing and he's off and writing. And so we can arrive often physically at the page, but it takes a little time for us to arrive there mentally and subconsciously, and for that creative side of us to kind of kick into gear. So just remember that if you're sitting and it takes a little time to loosen up, that's fine. That's natural. Give yourself time to tune in, to stretch, to loosen up, and bring yourself kind of in communion with the page in front of you, with just the moment of creativity. 3, allow whatever comes to come, and don't judge what is still a nascent, raw idea. Don't judge it as soon as it's born. Be open and spend time with it. Sit with it. See where it wants to go. Ultimately, this means we have to surrender a little bit, and this is how we immerse in our writing too. Is it's continuously surrendering to just write along with what is happening. Simply don't reject. That's kind of part of what surrender is, not rejecting what comes. Your analytical mind is your judgy mind. That's going to come in. It's your critical mind. We don't create with our critical mind. So write without this judginess and this criticalness. Just write along, see whatever comes, which leads me to 4. The 4th thing, how to immerse yourself in your writing, is just to be curious and to surprise yourself. You don't have to know what you'll write. Just see what is springing from you and be fascinated by this. You can do this even when you're working on a project. Say you have a manuscript going or a story going, but doesn't mean you know what the end is. You have an idea, but you're not sure where it's going. And so just follow it. Just surrender. See where it's going. There are no wrong answers in writing. You may write yourself down, take a detour that, ultimately, say, months from now, you might realize or might think or decide that this doesn't go with the story. But in some ways, I always feel like I have to write those detours. I have to write those poems that don't belong to the manuscript in the end. I had to write them because they some way inform, or they make a foundation for all the other writing that has to happen. And so what we need to do is just remain curious and be the receiver of the ideas, the memories, the feelings that are coming, and be surprised. Be surprised. If you aren't needing always to control what is coming, you're more likely to be surprised. When you see this creative moment, that is, when you see what's arriving, you don't have to say immediately, no, not that, not this isn't right, this isn't good. Just accept it, write it, go wild with it, lose yourself in the making. You do not know where this is going to lead. It may lead you to the most amazing realization, vista, memory, poetic moment that you've ever had. You have no idea. How could you know? Later, at another time, after you've written, you can go back and craft and edit and shape what you've written. But to the moment of creation, to this instant of writing which you are immersed in, be open and be curious. 5, don't anticipate. Anticipation kills creativity. And by anticipation, I mean thinking, what is this going to be? You can't give your full attention to what is emerging. You can't be immersed if you're anticipating, what's this going to be? Is it good? Who will read it? Where can I publish it? Even, what is this? Right? All of that is some sort of an anticipation, a questioning of what is not now, it's in the future. To be immersed in our writing is to be absorbed in the moment of writing and to be attentive only to this, to remain poised at the tip of the pen, where the last letter of the last word meets the blank page, meets the unknown. And there you are. There you are, ready to greet what is coming, what is arriving, what arrives, an image, a situation, a feeling. You're the witness there, and you are ready, you greet it, and you greet there, I think, your great self. Your great self. 6, live with your writing. Care to spend time getting to know what is coming. What is this activity that I am engaged in? Not that you're asking the question, but just to know, to sit and be with, cultivating this ability to sit and be with what is coming through you. This turning inward, turning toward your creations has an attraction of its own. When you attend to what is in you comes forward. Your attention is going to encourage the creative spirit you are to emerge and to merge, in fact, with your waking life. As Matthew Kelly says, you become what you celebrate. So immerse and celebrate what you are, which is creative, which is creatively abundant, which is always creating. It is beautiful. Celebrate. So I promised a prompt today. Here it is. It goes along with that Matthew Kelly quote. What do you celebrate? What are you celebrating? What in you, and I think this is important to find within you, something you are celebrating. So what in you do you celebrate? So I hope you write deeply today. Let me know. Share these with me. If you write these prompts, and I hope you do, feel free to put it in the comments, or you can send me, you can contact me actually at devotiontowriting.com if you want to send me a message there. I'd love to see what you've written if you want to share that with me. Also, I'd like to mention that in January, I am offering a 12-week online writing journey. It's going to be every Saturday morning. We're going to meet for an hour and a half. I'll give you some tips, some rituals, some things to practice to help you cultivate your devotion to writing. I will also give you prompts for the week that you can write on each day to keep you going. I hope you'll join me in this sacred writing journey this winter. Well, if you're in the southern hemisphere, I suppose it would be the summer. But join me in this journey to celebrate the creative being you are, that we all are. And if you want more information or to register for this, you can go to devotiontowriting.com. And there you could also, of course, discover other ways to support your writing practice. I hope that I might meet you at one of these future events, workshops, or retreats or residencies. I hope that you write deeply today. I know that if you do write, you will write beautifully, because beautiful is what you are. Blessings.